So we're here today with Oisin Connaughton. And what did you do?
I came 7th with Dinomorphia.
You went 7th in a 62-person locals.
That's right.
Went, what, one loss, right?
Yeah, X1, yeah.
What were your matchups like?
Say round 1, I was against Valence.
Valence? Interesting. Okay.
Then War Rocks, Neos Fusion, Sprite, and Tier Elements.
Okay, so the back half of the day was Sprite Tier Elements. What did you lose to?
Sprite.
Sprite, interesting. Okay, cool. So let's get into the deck profile.
Yeah, sure.
Rock and roll.
No problem. Suppose I'll just put them out this
So
way.
3 Diplos.
Yeah, so
cool.
3 Diplos, 3 Terizia. These are, you have to run them at max. You need to see your fusion materials. Because if there's none left in the deck, then you can't fusion someone. So that's why I max out. Some people like to run Diplos with 2, but I just like see them because one of the things I realize is most people don't know how this deck plays. So if you are, let's say you don't draw Terizia, you draw Diplos, you normal summon it. This is actually a good way to bait out Ash because they won't if they don't know how the deck works, they'll just Ash it when you say Foolish Burial. Because on paper it sounds like you should, but
probably shouldn't. Yeah.
But like it's kind of against lesser skilled people probably would work against more skilled, not so much. But it's so. And then the other 3 monsters I play are Ash Blossom.
The feet one. Oh god. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's the other hand trap I run.
Is there any particular reason you're running just the 3 Ash?
Well, no, I have 3 imperms as well, but one of the reasons I run Ash is well, it's just the best generic hand trap, but also it facilitates another monster in my extra deck, which I will get to later on.
Cool.
So that's the 3 Ash.
Sure.
Then for my spells, triple Duality, double Prosperity, Card of Demise, and Call by the Grave, because it's like the best spell card.
Very good.
I run only 2 of this because my logic is Duality is always live, no matter what cards are in your extra. Didn't actually see this all day or this. I think Duality only resolve once, but like this lets you dig through your deck to get to your traps.
Sure.
That's like the most important thing. Then what's next? Next is the heart of the soul of the deck is the trap, so 3 imperm, the other hand trap.
Nice.
You can search this off Trap Trick as well, which is pretty good. And also, like it's a trap, so you can banish in the grave for the Dinomorphia effects.
So you're playing Trap Trick as well then. Okay.
Yeah. So then for our fusions, we've got 3 Domain, 3 Frenzy. You don't play any less. You want to see these cards as much as possible. You need to get Rexterm out as quick as you possibly can, and then just let you just do that. If Frenzy resolves, you're in a really good position. So that's them, and then for the other MVP of the deck, it is Ferret Flames. This card is disgusting.
It is actually vile.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, my life points are less than yours. In fact, they're less than 100. You're dead.
Yeah, I think I even had like 2 games today where I was actually behind. My opponent had like a board of monsters, and then this just shuffles them all back. They had no negates, and it just puts you in like a really good position. Really, really good card. Cool. Then the other Dinomorphia cards is 2 Brute, 2 Sonic, and 1 Alert.
Okay.
So this pops a card. This is a spell and trap negate, and this is Monster Reborn.
So you're on 2 Sonic now. Okay.
Well, I was always on 2 Sonic. 2 Brute is here because this is our only like in-deck out to Mystic Mine.
Oh, right. Nice.
So like that's the reason you run 2. Some people run Alerted 2, but I think it bricks, honestly.
Sure. You have to have them engraved to target, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then most of the time what you can do is like you can, if you're ahead, you can normal summon Terizia, search this. So like I mean, most of the time when you see it, it isn't actually a brick, but it is, whatever.
Cool.
Then we have the Solemn Brigade.
3 strike. There we go.
3 strike, 3 judgment. This protects all your stuff. So like in addition to Sonic, we have 5 spell and trap negates, and then this is literally there to stop Ash Blossom. In addition to Call by the Grave.
So just to stop Ash on the fusion traps, right?
Yeah, because Ash is literally the kryptonite of the deck.
Okay.
If they Ash, Frenzy, or
And how do you find the decks now that are not playing, like, they're playing more board breakers than hand traps?
oh, it's fine. It's
Just easy.
Oh, it's fine. Honestly, it's just like the deck has the same problem it always has, where like it doesn't really lose to a lot of the same stuff most decks lose to. But at the same time, if you open the 5 correct traps, you basically win. But if you don't, then there's no way to like combo or to try and like recur resources or any of that kind of stuff. And the last card on the deck is just 1 trap trick.
1 trap trick.
1 trap
oh
trick.
my god. Okay.
Yeah. So like, I was thinking in the consistency with like the dualities, the prosperities, and the card demise. I think I like.
You either see that or the trap you want.
Yeah, so I like having this in 1 just because it means that if I'm really stuck, I can search for the fusion traps or search Fair Flames or Impermanence. It just gives me a nice option.
Nice. We'll go to extra deck first and inside.
So extra deck we have 3 Stelbergia, 3 Kentragina, and 3 of Rexturn, which is the boss of the deck.
Sure.
Most of the time you're using Frenzy to send this to grave. It can come up with it because it has the effect where you don't pay life points to activate Dinomorphia cards and trap cards, so it turns Solemn Strike back on if you're under like a 1500, which comes up occasionally. The burn effect can come up too, but most of the time you're sending to grave. Kentragina is the monster you're probably making first because she can copy any of the Dinomorphia traps in the grave. So usually you'll activate Frenzy, summon her, and then use her effect to copy Frenzy to summon out Rexturn. And then he's a walking skill drain. Pretty much most of the decks I've gone against, if he's set up on the board, they can't do anything. Like the deck revolves around him.
How do you find about a world where like I think you didn't lose to Tier Elements?
No.
How do you find like this matchup against Tier Elements? Because I'm kind of curious because obviously Rexturn only negates on the field, right? So
yeah. So I mean, Tier Elements is kind of tricky with their because all their effects happen in the grave. But what I found is like because I was game 3 against the Tier Elements guy, I had Rexturn on board. All of his stuff couldn't do anything just because Rexturn was on the field. So even if he could fusion summon, he didn't really do anything.
Because it's still a big guy that you have to get over.
Okay, big guy. Fair. Yeah, my only loss was to Sprite, and I just got debarriered. I mean, like
debarrier will do that to you.
Yeah, so I mean that's the extra deck. For the side, I've got 3 Lava Golem. This is kind of like my only proper monster board breaker, just to like tribute their monsters. I don't
really
think
solid against Sprite as well.
Yeah, it's or even against Tier Elements or a lot of the rogue decks. Just tribute to their monsters. Set your traps. You're good to go. Only spells I run in the side are 2 MST and 1 Harpy's Feather Duster.
And why are you on MST?
Because Cosmic Cyclone pays life points, and it sounds like it synergizes with the deck. I think it doesn't, because I've been in situations where I'm under 1,000 life and then Cosmic's dead in my hand. I don't run Twin because I want to keep every card in my hand as a valuable resource.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
MST is like the best option. So like
MST is making a comeback specifically in Dinomorphia.
Yeah, no, I love it in the deck. I think it's great. And then onto the other traps now. So I run triple.
What have you got here?
Yeah, so I'll just put these to the side.
Yep.
So 1 red reboot, specifically for Eradicator Epidemic Virus.
Yep.
That's only reason it's in there. Triple Evenly as my other board breaker.
Nice.
Didn't see it really today at all, but it's good. And then finally, my going first cards are 3 Summon Limit and 2 Anti-Spell.
Nice.
So this is pretty much good against, because I was thinking when Sprite came out to use the, what's it called, Stygian Dirge, but I think this just is a generic hit-all card.
It's everything, yeah.
Yeah, and then Anti-Spell is Anti-Spell. You run like 5 spells, this isn't going to hurt you, it shuts down everything.
I think even for tier, like obviously it's a Sprite tier format, right?
Oh, actually, I forgot to do the rest of the extra deck.
We didn't do extra deck. Wait, other parts of the extra deck. Okay, we need to go back. Let's go.
Right, well, that's the side deck anyway. Because I
can't wait for someone to comment underneath going, hey, he only has numbers of cards in his extra deck.
I mean, in fairness,
watch the rest of the video, you jackass.
The other cards in the extra deck don't really matter.
Okay.
Psychic and Punisher.
I mean, that one usually matters.
It usually matters, but I mean, most of the time you you're kind of like Rex term is what your win condition is.
True.
So that's the other reason I run Ash Blossom, because Ash Blossom plus Rex term or 2 of the small Dinomorphias make this guy, and every single time he hits the board, it is gain.
Nice.
Because he gains attack equal to the difference in your life points. He's a Dinomorphia card and everything but name.
Yeah. I love that. That's a great phrase.
3 XCs, so
Oh,
2 Dolka and Lagia, because you run dinosaurs, they're level 4, you can make these.
Yeah.
This is here for tier elements.
Yep. Good call.
I think this came up once. Like, these don't come up that often, but when they do,
Yeah, because it's like your normal summoning your monsters out. So
yeah, exactly.
I guess that makes sense.
And you can use like alert on your opponent's turn to bring your level 4s back, and then on your turn you can make one of these.
Nice.
So that's them, and then finally Dark Unicorn, just generically monsters. You can kind of steal some of their monsters, you know, if it comes up, and then maybe make this. I was running access code, but I think this is probably better utility just to be able to shuffle one of their cards back.
Yeah, I think because Rexturn is your main thing to kill. Access code is like win more maybe at that stage.
And then, like this, you know, this can pick off the DPE from the grave and stuff like that.
Oh,
as
yeah.
well. So
Which we actually have to worry about in our locals.
yeah, pretty much.
DP is still a thing here.
But yeah, like that's pretty much the deck.
Cool. Any shout outs or anything else?
No, shout out, you know, yourself and Dave Cavan as well. You know, these have helped me
Helping a lot in terms of the.
Helped me a lot in terms of working on the deck for like the last month or 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Shout out my own Twitch channel, Manic Magpie. Whenever,
Manic Magpie, yeah, let's go.
Whenever I bother to
I'll
go
put it.
online.
I'll put it in the description. Let's do it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it.